Hey guys, another MC Slot Diecast review here, and this is the Benetton Ford B191B. It's Martin Brundle's car from the 1992 season, and this is the car that's based on the early part of their season. And the product code for this one is 400920120. And this car has 37 parts with 95 decorations, 34 master sprays, 16 tampo prints, 33 decals and 12 free sprays. Now I quite like this car, it's quite cool. I think it's got some funky colour schemes. Don't really see many cars with different colour schemes on the grid anymore. They all seem to be these sort of dark grey, blacks and blues, and the grid needs a bit of spicing up with a bit more colour. This is the current F1 grid I'm talking about. The Force Indias were quite bright, but now they've gone to black, and Mercedes is silver and blue, and McLaren is silver and black. And Toro Rosso is such a dark blue, it kind of looks a bit black, and so is Red Bull. So all the teams currently have a sort of similar theme going on. There are a couple of red cars with, Marussia and Ferrari, and then there's just the Caterham, which is green, but how long is Caterham going to stay in Formula 1? Nobody knows. But back to the 1992 season, Martin Brundle's season didn't start off particularly great. He had 4 retirements, but with very promising qualifying results. His first points came in San Marino with a 4th place, and after that he scored in every race except the Canadian GP, where he also retired in that one. He had 5 podiums, 4 third place and 1 second, and they were in the French, British, Italian, Japanese and Australian Grand Prix, and the Italian Grand Prix was the one he scored second in. At the Japanese Grand Prix, Brundle qualified 13th, being his only non-top 10 qualifying in the whole season, but recovered a podium from it. He scored 35 points and finished 6th in the championship. And if some of you remember that season, Martin Brundle's teammate was Michael Schumacher, and he won at the Belgian GP, qualified no lower than 6th place in the entire season, and retired from 4 races. Scored in all the others except at the Portuguese Grand Prix, where he finished 7th, which was his lowest finish. And lowest classified finish minus the retirements, obviously. And back then, obviously, they only the top 6 scored. Now it's the top 10 in Formula 1, and there was a period where it was just the top 8. Schumacher finished 3rd behind both Williams on 53 points. Benetton were 3rd in the constructors, just 8 shy of McLaren. So Benetton did pretty well that season, and Martin Brundle did particularly well that season. He was slightly overshadowed by Michael Schumacher, and Michael Schumacher did win his race, unfortunately, whereas Brundle didn't win a race. Martin Brundle never actually won a race, unfortunately. He had the potential to. This would have probably been one of his best seasons too, especially with that second in the Italian Grand Prix. But again, it's a very sort of, you have to be in the right place at the right time. And obviously he had a very good car under him, enough to get him 5 podiums, one of which was second. So he did very well with what he's got. He did eventually go to McLaren. I think he did that in the season they had the Peugeots, and they didn't score any podiums that season. So, it was, hit and miss sometimes. But the car is very nice. It's another classic F1 car as well. You can really see how they've evolved over the years and turned into these sort of meaner looking machines. These are pretty cool though. I quite like the retro F1 cars. You can see they're very sort of basic compared to what they are today. They haven't got no F-ducts on them or DRS, or they ain't got any little bits that sort of open up, and they really don't have any flaps or try to figure the word, vents on them really. They've got basic cooling and all that, but I mean they are pretty nifty little cars. One thing I really like on these sort of 90s cars is, if we take a look under the wheels, is the wing goes straight under the wheel. And I can't remember what season, but there was a season where they were banned, and I think they came back the year after. Could be wrong, but there was definitely a season where they were in effect and then they got banned. But that's quite like that, how the wing goes all the way down. It's just to direct a bit more airflow under the wheels. And obviously the designers of the cars knew what they were doing, and it would obviously direct it into the cooling bits, side pods at the back there. Very nice little car. Martin Brundle's car is number 20, so I believe Schumacher's must be 19, or it might be 21. No, Schumacher's car must have been 21 then. If it's done by the Constructors' Championship that I'm thinking of. So yeah. I think also with these Minichamp cars, the things that you have to really look at is that they're smaller than if you're slot car fans, electric cars and stuff like that, but they put so much detail into them. I know they're static models as well, but the wheels obviously move on them as well. But even B191B himself has got fantastic detailing all over him as well. So yeah, they're very nicely detailed cars, very accurate as well, and they are very fantastic models, and especially if you're a particular fan of a particular team or a driver, they do a massive range as well. Unfortunately, they haven't done any Ferraris recently due to the Carrera, the company holding their license ships exclusively. So the last Ferrari I believe they did was 2009. I could be wrong. I'll have to research that. And also Hot Wheels sometimes do die-cast models of Ferraris. And I'll try and get hold of them. If you really want to see a Ferrari, leave a comment in the box below. Any other particular team or car or brand of die-cast you'd like to see, give us a message and we'll see what we can do. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like, don't forget to comment, and if you're not subscribed, please hit the button, it would be very helpful. And don't forget to also check out the D More Slot Reviews channel as well. And as always, thanks for watching.